released documents explain why police say they used a controversial raid tactic that ended with Amir Locke's death. A Minneapolis SWAT team member killed the 22-year-old during a no-knock warrant at a downtown apartment last week. Locke was not named in the documents, but his younger cousin, who's now a murder suspect, was. WCCO's Caroline Cummings is at the state capitol right now with the new details. Caroline?
Good evening, Amelia. By law, in order for police officers to get a no-knock warrant, they have to explain why. And tonight we're learning that the St. Paul police asked a judge or told a judge that serving a warrant unannounced would be in the best interest of safety for the officers, suspects, and residents nearby.
According to newly unsealed warrants, police were trying to track down people believed to be involved in the murder of Otis Elder in St. Paul. The investigation led them to the 7th-floor apartment at Bolero Flats, where Locke was sleeping on a couch. Police seized iPhones, marijuana, clothing, and a 9mm bullet from 3 apartments searched. Court documents say police found this Instagram account showing people in front of a Mercedes similar to the description of the car seen fleeing the scene when Elder was killed. Others are holding guns. We blurred their faces because police haven't identified who is who and how they're connected. Mackay Speed, Locke's cousin, has been arrested and charged with second-degree murder. Locke was in Speed's older brother's apartment during the fatal shooting and isn't named in the warrants. Police identified 2 other suspects in the warrant, but names are redacted. Judge Peter Cahill, who presided over the Derek Chauvin murder trial, signed off on the warrants. St. Paul police said Instagram photos included a rifle identified as, quote, the possible murder weapon. Rounds from that weapon can, quote, penetrate police body armor, the warrant said, which is why they asked to be authorized for a no-knock entry. They also cited the suspect's connections to other crimes. Police said a no-knock would be safer, writing, quote, this will not only increase officer safety, but will decrease the risk for injuries to suspects and other residents nearby. When Minneapolis police executed that pre-dawn raid, Locke was sleeping on the couch and had a gun, which his family said he lawfully owned.
An attorney for Speed said that he will plead not guilty and that he didn't commit the murder. And here at the state capitol, state lawmakers are looking to put stricter limits on when no-knock warrants are allowed. Frank and Amelia.
All right, Caroline, thank you. A former police commander told WCCO that the officers involved in the shooting followed protocol.
And it takes literally less than a second for an individual holding a gun to move it and shoot. And that's the sad reality of what we deal with as police officers every day out there.
Scott Gerlicher oversaw the SWAT team for a decade. Tonight at 10, he will take us inside how officers make split-second decisions in potentially dangerous situations. Amir Locke's family says he was the innocent victim of a police raid gone wrong.
Amir didn't have the intent, the opportunity, nor the ability to hurt those officers.
This is not fair. It is unacceptable. I should not have to bury a 22-year-old child.
Today, they demanded immediate action at the state capitol. Breonna Taylor's mother joined them. Taylor died during a botched raid in Kentucky. Together, the families called for an Amir Locke law that would ban no-knock warrants. Join us for continuing coverage of the Amir Locke shooting tonight at 10.